Best with the proper perspective. This is election night. Now, I might come back on here a little bit later once they start, you know, it'll probably be midnight before we get the actual results. The polls just closed. So as I'm sitting here listening and waiting for people to hit me up with the results and whatnot, I'm scrolling through as I do, and I get this little video. So actually somebody sent me this video, this time. Well, we're gonna be talking about Matt Walsh for a little bit. I'm not gonna be on here too long, but let me see if we can get this fool's video to play. Now, y'all, let me know if y'all can hear this.
But you have to wonder, well, did they get that job because they really happen to be the most qualified for it? Or did they get it because they were hired by somebody like Wanda Sykes, who will come out and say that she'll give the job to the less qualified person if it's a black woman? So you have to wonder that. Were they put there because they checked the demographic boxes, or were they put there because they're qualified? That's the result. It's not our fault. Right? I know that me saying that, that's going to get clipped. Matt Walsh says that we should be suspicious of every black woman who's in an important professional position. Well,
so you hear this mess. You see where he going with it. I'm gonna let him play a little bit more before we break it down. But you can tell. So yeah, it's one of those. It is one of those. That's right. Every time you think you done seen the craziest, every time you think they can't top themselves, here come another one. Here come another episode of White Tears Weekly. But I'm gonna let him go ahead and play himself out.
I didn't say we should be. I said that we are, because that's the situation that you guys have created. Because you guys have decided to put the fact that someone's a black woman above qualifications. And so
that we created.
Now every time a black woman is in any kind of professional position, we have to, how did she get that job? And no, we don't do that with white men.
So you see what the brother is. You see the brother on the screen here. He about to say something. I ain't worried about him so much as I just want to give my own 2 cents on this thing. So yeah, Matt Walsh, another one of those. I'm not even gonna say it, but he out here doing white mediocrity, confusing his own. What is it? What do you call it? Let's see. He out here confusing his own insecurity with insight. So let's just get one thing straight. Black people in general. Yeah, he directed his at black women. I'm here for both. Black men and black women. But because he specifically narrowed down on black women, I'm going to defend us both, but I'm definitely going to defend black women. Because black women, none of us get our jobs handed to us. Black women don't get their jobs handed to them. Black women survive the hiring process, the arduous, intricate, crazy, insane hiring process. We know it's designed to exclude us. But not only do black women survive the hiring process, then on the job itself, black women outperform, especially the white ones. But they outperform everybody that underestimates them. And the worst part about it is, even in outperforming these clowns still have the audacity to try and second guess them. And this is what Matt Walsh is espousing. A man who mistakes affirmative action for affirmative fiction. And meanwhile, no one ever asks if the unqualified white men, the nepotism bandits who get to run corporations, who sit in charge of universities, who rig elections and get to run governments into the ground. Everyone always assumes that was all given and earned by merit. not because of networks, not because of nepotism, not because of the comfort of familiar faces. But the second a black woman shows up with credentials, the second a black woman shows up with degrees, the second a black woman shows up with competence, suddenly, White Tears Weekly, meritocracy is now on trial. Ain't it funny how that mess works? You don't think that's suspicious? Man, these colonizer descendants are really testing my patience. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, these colonizer descendants are really testing my patience. And then he goes on, what else did he say? He said, start talking about, maybe they got their jobs because they just checked the boxes. This whole checking boxes argument, all it really is white fragility wrapped up in a corporate dress, in a corporate tuxedo. It's an excuse to pretend diversity efforts are charity, when in actuality and in reality, diversity efforts is correction. Black women aren't diversity hires, they're correction hires. It is fixing what was broken long before they got there. So no, Matt Walsh. So no, White Tears Weekly. So no, colonizers and children of the enslavers. You don't have to wonder if a black woman earned her position. Now, what you need to do, what you have to do, what you should be doing, is confront why a black woman's success feels like a threat to your existence. Because the whole issue ain't got nothing to do with her qualifications, but it is deeply rooted in your inferiority complex. And that doesn't change just because your man is in the White House and now you get to express your feelings, your sentiments, and your thoughts proudly in the daylight. Because, see, he isn't really wondering anything, he's projecting. And every time a black woman wins, white fragility panics because it exposes how many white men were never qualified in the first place. And you can look at Doge, and you can look at ICE, and you can look at the White House itself as the evidence and the proof. They're literally hiring people with no experience in anything. They got a news anchor running the army, running the military. They got people with no background in education running the education department. They got a person who they say has brain damage from a worm eating part of his brain running the health department. None of these people are credentialed, or at least not credentialed in the areas where they're being given the keys to responsibility. They don't have backgrounds. They don't have degrees. They don't have expertise. They just got the color. They just got the complexion for protection, as what's my brother used to say, and I can't remember his name. My bad. Ancestors, forgive me. So again, look, like I said, I didn't want to spend too much time on this idiot. This is your brother, Shabazz. This is the proper perspective. Might get back up on here. If we get some news, I'll let you know. I went to vote. I hope you went to vote too. I even did a video earlier. You can check it out where I'm showing just me walking around and getting up to the polling station. But this is your brother Shabazz. This is the proper perspective. If anything I said resonates with you, hit the like button. share this video with somebody and subscribe to the channel so you can get all the videos that I upload and when I go live. I'm gonna see you guys a little bit later.